Hey, Jayce, congratulations on the win. After that 10th inning outburst, can we call you a fan of the extra inning new rules now?
Yeah, you can call me a fan of that. I've obviously seen it a lot, on the minor league side. And I think I said, before, I didn't initially like it, but the more I see it and, totally good with it. And I don't know. It doesn't really matter what we think. We've got it. And so we got to be prepared for it.
Of course. Hey, that's a roller coaster victory for you guys tonight. How important was it to be able to walk away with the win, especially after what happened yesterday?
Yeah, I thought going into tonight, we'd, have one of our first kind of, test of what we're made of. And I thought our guys responded well. And we had a 6-1 lead. And then all of a sudden, 2 innings later, we're tied. And to see the guys kind of rally and respond, credit, to them stringing at bats and pulling together and picking us up. So it was good to see, and it's good to get out of here. That's a group on the other side that they just grinded us, and they battled. A lot of credit to them over there as well.
There were so many exceptional performances and moments for you guys tonight. Grisham, Pham, Profar, Gigi off the bench. How great was it to get that kind of breadth of contribution? And is there one of those performances that kind of stands out for you tonight?
No, I think all those guys, and you can go up and down, the lineup, the Grisham play in center field, taken away from Longoria, and, just a lot of impactful, players just stepping up. So it's good to see. And that's the mark sometimes of a good team is it's different guys each night. And hopefully we can continue that going.
Thanks, Jayce.
Kevin Acey.
Jayce, despite the win, your bullpen has proved to be pretty shaky. What do you make of it? What can be done?
Well, they're not, clicking on all cylinders right now. So we know we're going to get there. I think it's good. The fact that, seeing the hitters kind of rally together there in the 10th and pick them up a little bit, because there's going to be a point in the season where that's probably flipped, where it's going to be, starting pitchers and relievers that are going to have to carry a heavy load. We know how these seasons go. And so the more groups we can get kind of picking one another up, that's where we're at right now.
What do you make of a lot of the extra innings games have just been an explosion of runs? People were wondering, are you going to bunt? Is it going to be 1-run games? What do you think it is that teams are scoring 5 and 6 runs?
I don't know. I don't have the answer to that. Sometimes you get your mindset on stopping that runner already out at second, and then all of a sudden some things snowball. So I don't know. I'm just happy with the way our guys, performed there in the 10th. I should say, all throughout the game, but certainly in the 10th, the at bats we strung together. That was really good to see.
AJ Kessler.
You take us through the decision to go with Garcia there, to just like that left on right matchup?
Yeah, at kind of a sidearm, tough angled righty, and just thought. Greg's one of our toughest at bats. And so just thought that would be a moment, for him, tried to do it as late as we could, to not give away anything on, them bringing in another reliever and things like that. And fortunately, he stepped up and laced a line drive into center. So that was a huge at bat. And I don't think, I just think it's incredibly hard to come in off the bench and do that. And Greg's already done it a couple times. So
did you call for that Hedges suicide squeeze? And what was your kind of vantage point on the way that all unfolded there?
Yeah, we talked about it before he before he went to the plate. It actually wasn't a suicide, but we talked about, maybe getting a bunt down, and we knew GG would be heads up there at third. So it was a good job by Hedges getting the bunt down for sure.
Did you consider sticking with Pomeranz for an extra inning, or is he given you had those 3 lefties coming up there, or are you looking to use him in mostly 1-inning spots right now in the season?
We thought about it, but kind of a cold night. Didn't want to push it too much, and so we had talked, Pagan before the game, 7th, 8th. What type of combination that was going to be, and then we decided we needed to use Palm there to kind of get out of the jam. Thought that didn't wanted to try to stop the bleeding right there, and so ultimately had to get Palm going, and he did his job. He stopped it.
Next, Booth.
Hey, Jayce, we've talked a bunch of times about how each game kind of has added importance and significance because of the shortened season. Does a game like tonight feel extra important, especially coming off last night, or is it just another game?
It felt pretty important in the dugout. I know that. It's, at the end of the day, we had a goal. We wanted to win this series and go into, Colorado and start another one, get off to a good start. So I think it was important. I think it was important, especially after last night and to walk away, hard fought game. And, like I said, the Giants, they just kept coming, and seems like the later in the game, the tougher their at bats got. And it was good for us to get out to a lead, get knocked in the stomach a little bit and dust ourselves off and put some more runs on the board. So I thought it was just a good battle of, where our, kind of minds, hearts, all that. And I just thought it was a good comeback kind of win.
And was there any consideration to bringing in Yates in the 8th inning when the game was kind of on the line and you still had the lead?
No, we were waiting for him for the 9th. We were trying to figure out, how we're gonna, get out of that. And fortunately enough, Pierce stepped up, and he was really good tonight. For what he did, come in a tough situation. He got some big outs for us.
Take a couple more and we'll go back to Kevin Acey.
Jayce, I don't think you had anybody up until the end of the 5th, even though Lumet was getting hit. Did you just feel like you had to get him through 5?
No, didn't feel like we had to. We wanted to give him every opportunity to. That's for sure. And we had a number kind of in our head where we weren't going to go, and he had about maybe one batter left in him. So fortunately enough, he battled through it.
Is that what he did all night? Battled through it?
I think so. I thought he had one of those innings where I can't remember if it was the 3rd or 4th, but it looked like he had it working. And it's tough, windy night, and trying to find it and maintain it. It'd kind of come and go, and there were a couple longer innings in between. So, a lot like Paddock, just had to kind of battle without maybe their best stuff, best command, all those things. But those two guys, did a good job here.
Hey, Jayce, it looks like Major League Baseball will go to 7-inning doubleheaders in August. Is that a little bit like the runner on second? You're like, all right, that's what we got to do?
Yeah, I feel the exact same on, again, I've kind of seen it before, and fine with it. I hope, in the division we're at. I mean, you just hope for the best and hope that you don't have to play those, because that means maybe there's an outbreak or something scary's kind of happened. So I hope we don't see it, but understand why.
Last one, we'll go back to AJ.
You're in a pretty unique spot managing in that top of the 10th inning, in that you know that there's a guy on base to start the bottom of the 10th? How does that change the way you're maneuvering and what you're playing for in the top of the inning?
Depends, who's your runner, where you at in the order, what's the matchup versus the pitcher, and also who do you have pitching wise behind it. So I think all those things kind of factor in, and you run a lot of options in your head and off your other coaches, and ultimately try to make a decision and make sure the players have clarity in what they're trying to do with their plan so they can go up and execute.